This morning, we're tracking severe thunderstorms rolling through the area right now. We'll time out when another round of storms are possible, plus an update on a possible tornado this morning.
We're live in Sullivan, Missouri, where there is severe damage here. A bar completely destroyed from these overnight storms. Hear from bar owners and residents in just a couple minutes.
Rain and strong winds in the Metro East. Coming up, I'll tell you the best places to stay safe.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
As we come on the air this morning, we are in storm alert for a possible tornado that may have hit in our area. Oh, here's a couple of looks at the live pictures here. This is from the bar in Sullivan. One side you can see the static shot, and on the other, a closer assessment of the damage that was done. This may have happened sometime after 3 a.m. this morning, just before 4 o'clock. It is Tuesday, May the 7th, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for Today in St. Louis. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We do want to say thanks for joining us because it has been a very busy morning. A lot of you might be watching us from your phone this morning as we are covering these storms. Paul Cook has got his eye on problem areas on our roads and highways. Anthony Slaughter has been tracking the severe weather for hours now. Diamond Palmer is in the Metro East with the best ways to protect yourself, your family, and your home this morning.
But we begin with our Mercedes McKay. She is live for us in Sullivan. And Mercedes, you have been able to get not just a close-up look at this damage, but also talk to the people, and they are emotional.
Rennie and Michelle, it's been an incredibly emotional morning here in Sullivan, Missouri. We got here just a little before 5 a.m. this morning, and take a look behind me at this damage. This is a bar previously known as Hilltop Lounge. Now it's known as One More Pub and Grub. And the crazy thing about it, we've been talking about it all morning. I think my photographer's zooming in. The alcohol bottles, it's still sitting up. So it's something that Anthony and Rennie discussed, just how these storms work and how most of this bar is completely destroyed, yet that is still standing. If we pan, you can see just how much damage that this place does have, and we have heard from the city that this is the most severe damage in Sullivan, Missouri. There is some minor damage at the high school, some trees down on other streets, but this is the most damage. Now, as you guys mentioned, I have been able to talk to a lot of people. People were here even before we got here at 5 a.m. That's how much this bar means to this community. Just minutes ago, right before we came on the air at 6, I was able to speak with the bar owner. They've owned this bar for 10 years now, and she talked about the community support. It is going to be a lot. It's going to be hard for them. They mentioned maybe even a GoFundMe, so we'll obviously keep up with them. But this is the other side of the bar as well. You guys, you can just see it's like the storm just decided to pick this spot and go with it here in Sullivan, Missouri. The damage is just incredible, and this community is really rallying around this bar. I also spoke with some residents who were here early this morning who said that they were actually they had made this shrine for the woman who ran the karaoke bar here. She died about a year ago. They made a shrine for her here. When we walked up, there were people in the damage, in the house, Rennie and Michelle, trying to get those pieces of that person that meant so much to them. That's how much this bar means to this community. We will be here all morning long. We will have an interview with the city coming up just moments from now, but I'm going to toss it over to my colleague, Diamond Palmer. Diamond, what are you seeing?
Well, Mercedes, I am live here in downtown Belleville, and less than an hour ago, we saw heavy rain and wind downtown Belleville. Now a completely different scene. As I step out of the way, you can see the rain has lightened up a little bit. We're still starting to see lightning and kind of hearing these rumbles of thunder every now and then again. We've seen police come through downtown Belleville near Main Street quite often, just making sure that nobody is out on these roads here. As you can see, water is kind of collecting along the roadway, so you want to be courteous and cautious of that this morning. So right now where we're standing in Belleville is only about 16 miles east of our downtown St. Louis station, and St. Clair County has just over 250,000 people in it, and we're not standing too far from where the emergency sirens are. So let's break down how you can protect yourself and your family right now. So the National Weather Service says the worst options for finding shelters during severe weather and tornadoes are mobile homes, cars, and large open rooms. Better options include interior rooms of a home or an office building, and of course a basement. So before severe weather strikes, it's best to sign up for notifications through the National Weather Service and St. Clair Emergency Management. Now, Again, bringing you back here to the live scene in Belleville. We have reached out to the St. Clair County emergency management officials. We are waiting to hear back just how they're preparing for this morning and heading through the rest of the day when it comes to this severe weather. We've been tracking Ameren outages here in the Metro East as well. Less than an hour ago, it was only 199 people without power. At this moment, it is 274 people here in the Metro East without power. So that number is certainly going up as we see this rain start to pick up here in this area. Reporting live here in Belleville, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
All right, let's talk about this weather forecast this morning. We've been watching these storms roll out of Kansas since yesterday evening and now beginning to move out of the Missouri side of the river, pushing off towards the Illinois side. I will say this, the severe weather risk has diminished greatly. We don't have a tornado watch for the Missouri side of the river anymore. That's been allowed to expire, but we still do have that piece of our Illinois communities here where we have a tornado watch. That means conditions could still turn favorable for tornadic development. But right now there are no warnings. It's just plain old rain, but it's heavy rain and plenty of lightning and thunder. The leading edge, that's where you could have these little spin ups again, right around the front end of the storms from Ramsey up that 51 corridor down towards Vandalia as well. And then a little farther south from Carlisle to Nashville, you can see again that leading edge is where you have the strongest storms, maybe some small hail embedded in there and maybe a quick wind gust. But right now, no severe weather warnings for that part of our viewing area, even down south, Perryville, where you did have a severe thunderstorm warning a few minutes ago, that has been allowed to expire. So you see again, the leading edge of it is where you have the strongest rain, the strongest wind, lots of lightning and thunder, but then you go behind it and you can see how it's just plain old rain. In fact, St. Louis Metro, some of our neighborhoods are starting to dry out from South County back towards parts of Sunset Hills, and then you go into St. Charles County and Warren County, Franklin, you can see how a lot of those locations, even down near Sullivan, where you did have that reported tornado, things there have dried on out for now. So we're starting to see things taper off. We go into the afternoon with temperatures very warm today. It will be steamy. We'll be up near 84 degrees later today. There's one more round of strong storms on the way. That happens tomorrow. Details on that coming up. Let's get over to Paul. It has been an active morning, not only in the weather, but also in the traffic. Crash after crash. What's going on?
Yeah, the two usually go together here, Anthony, and we have 2 serious accidents out there. We also have solutions around both of those, and I want to make sure you know about this one. 70 Jennings Station Road. It's a truck on its side that has spun out. We also put the speed up there, 10 miles an hour. I'm surprised the road's not shut down. One lane getting by here on your approach to downtown, 70 at Jennings Station Road, and you can see going both directions here, we are delayed. Natural Bridge, that's the solution around this one. And I think, yeah, we have a picture on this one here. Let me show you here, 270 southbound at Ladue. Important here because this is where a lot of construction is. 270 northbound at 6440. I always talk about 270, most heavily traveled highway in all of Missouri. We have an accident there now, and just the left lane is getting by. 270 southbound at Ladue. The way to get around that is 141 or Lindbergh, but we are starting to see more volume in that area. That's Creve Coeur. Be careful. Don't go in either of those directions. We'll have another Take of Traffic coming up soon, guys.
Thank you, Paul. For continuing weather coverage when we are off the air, or if you have to move away from your TV to safety, download the 5 on Your Side app. It is free to download on your phone's app store. Just search KSDK.
All right, and as we head to break, we are taking a live look at the radar this morning. We're also looking at your school bus forecast, and we are taking a live look from Sullivan, Missouri. We've got a lot to talk about in terms of damage. This is the Hilltop Bar. It's actually one more bar now, but a lot of people know that as the Hilltop Bar. You can see lots of insulation, lots of lumber there as well. The emergency management director said so far it appears no reported injuries. So that is the positive news, but again, lots of damage. We'll have the latest after the break.